Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. So today I got a 20th build accepted on the Lego Ideas project. I started doing Lego Ideas 7 months ago, and every build that, well, except for the newest one, which is getting there, has gotten at least 100 supporters, and my Christmas tree one got 1,000. It's rapidly approaching 2,000 as we speak at the moment. And 20 builds, I got 65 followers. I wouldn't be too upset if some of these expired, because now that I have so many followers, the moment something goes up, I get a lot of supporters just from that, right? And maybe their friends and family. Had I started with the Christmas tree, I may not have gotten nearly as many supporters as I do. So I started back in April. My very first build was the Palace of Culture and Science. I was at my grandmother's funeral, and I asked my grandmother to go talk to Mary Curry. At the time, I was having a lot of difficulty with my dating life, and I thought maybe Mary Curry could set me up some blind dates with her family. And when I got home, I met a girl at a book club. She is half Polish and loves literature, is working on her own novel. And I thought that was almost exactly like Eve Curry. Unfortunately, uh, Eve Curry, the Eve Curry that I met, has a lot of anxiety. Every time we go out, she shows up hours late. My guess is that she worries, can't find the right clothing to wear. That's my best guess. Judging by the time I got to see her, that's my best guess. One time, I was sitting in the lobby of a movie theater waiting for her, and while there, I wanted to find out if the real Eve Curry also had anxiety like that. And as I was doing that, I discovered that Mary Curry had a granddaughter named Helene, and she's still alive, 97 years old, and I decided to email her. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. She actually responded. I was telling her about an experiment, a chemistry experiment that I had done, extracting radioisotopes from the household dust. And so it started a conversation. Now, my coworker says that perhaps Helene, because she's elderly, she may be misremembering me as somebody else. And you know what? That's fine too, as long as we're talking about it. And that's when I decided to build the Palace of Culture and Science to get her attention. Oh yeah, there was another family member of Mary Curry. I sometimes like to think of her as a reincarnation of Mary Curry. A few years ago, I don't even remember how I started chatting with her. I started chatting with Evelina Falenta, the second place winner of Polish Idol Season 1. After the funeral, I came home and started chatting with her again because I thought Mary Curry was going to help me. And so one day while talking to her, I dropped the L bomb, and she reacted positively to that. And it got me really concerned because I'm not quite ready for that fast paced kind of life with somebody that famous. And so after the two interactions, I decided I had to build the Palace of Culture and Science to reignite everything with both of them. And that's when the Lego ideas started. Taipei 101 was my second build. I was lost in Japan one time. On my way to Taiwan, I missed my connecting flight to Taipei. I had a little bit of a mental meltdown when I was in the Tokyo airport, which led to me missing the flight. And I took a train into Tokyo, and I stayed in a capsule hotel. And not this one, but similar to that. The Nakajin capsule tower has since been demolished. I'm a big fan of mathematical puzzles. Mondrian art puzzle is a famous one, and then I discovered Mondrian had paintings similar to that, and so I did a couple Mondrian pieces to scale. This one's actually a 1-to-1 scale. One of my favorite movies as a kid was Home Alone 2. The Plaza Hotel was featured in there. I did the Grand Hotel in Taiwan. A friend of mine took a trip to Hawaii and stayed in the Whaler Hotel, and I did that. And one day I was just driving past the Motel 6, and I'm like, hey, that's a really good Lego build. Motel 6 is kind of popular, so I thought that would be a good idea. I love collectible electronics. I hope to acquire an original HP 35 someday, one of the first handheld calculators. I used to work right next door to the Woolworth building, and so I managed to push through one of the... See, Lego doesn't like to do Stalin kind of architecture. They're really against politically charged subjects. But if you describe it right, sometimes you can push it through, right? Like a hotel in Prague, and obviously the Palace of Culture and Science. I'm a little bit saddened about something that I did. I had originally built the Palace of Culture and Science to contain 1,898 pieces for Mary Curie's discovery of polonium-210 in 1898. But it was kind of bland. It didn't have all these intricate features. After I fixed it up, now it has 3,100 some pieces, and I don't think it's going to be easy to reduce it back to 1898 again. I'll give it another shot at some point. Right now I'm busy with other things. And then that takes us to the Christmas tree, which I did last month. I have a funny saga about the Christmas tree. I had hoped to submit the Christmas tree a little bit later, around Halloween, because you get 2 months to gather supporters, and then another year. You get 2 months for your first 100, and another year for the first 1,000. I had hoped to submit it Halloween so that I could get 2 holiday seasons to collect supporters. But one day at work, I had a situation that reminded me how precarious my work is, and potentially any other day job that I could take, where, let's face it, we don't have a whole lot of worker protections here in the United States. And that's what prompted me to really put myself out there in terms of my art career, get my name out there. I really need to make it. And so I submitted it on October 16th. And little did I know I would get 1,000 supporters long before even this holiday season, let alone next one. Right? So maybe it was God's way of telling me, just get it out there. I'm a big fan of abstract art, and QR codes are just like that. I've always wanted a board of one of the big Japanese chess variants, so Teishogi, Chushogi, and so I built it out of Legos, and this one has over 3,000 pieces, if I remember correctly. Japanese chess actually has a 36 by 36 variant, but that would be too many pieces for Lego Ideas. I think it would be like 8,000. Right now, as I speak, I'm working on some other mathematical puzzles. This one's called the Sierpinski's carpet. The idea is that you could have a shape that has basically zero volume and infinite surface area. Unfortunately, it's got 9,000. The Lego Ideas limits you to 5,000 pieces. I'll probably have to do a smaller version, or maybe do like part of it instead of the whole thing. Give you an idea how big this thing is. It's 17 inches on each side. It weighs over 40 pounds. Alright, please support my Lego Ideas by singing along, gesturing, and leaving a dislike on this video, but more importantly, going to Legos.com and voting for them. This is the Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum.